Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. My name is Natalie. If this is the first time that you're watching my videos, thank you for stopping by. I hope that if you enjoy what I do and share on this channel, you can subscribe and share it with your friends. In this video, we are going to talk about this upcoming week astrology forecast, and we'll end the video with a message from the universe through tarots and oracle cards. So this video, we are going to talk about May 20th to 26th. Well, this is a very packed week. I know this is not the first time that I'm saying it, but this week we have one of the biggest transit happening in 2024. Very, very exciting. We have another transit kicking up a new season. We also have a full moon, so it's a lot. I don't want to make this video like 2 hours long, because given me my deep Mercury Scorpio will have a lot to say for every single one of them. I'll separate them into smaller videos and post them later on this week. On the 20th, 9 p.m. Hong Kong time or 9 a.m. Eastern time, adjusted according to where you are in the world, the sun will enter Gemini. So very, very different energy compared to the fixed earth sign. We're moving into the mutable air sign. So you might feel a zhuzh in the energy change. Definitely. Gemini season is going to be quite wild, especially this week because we have so much happening. So Gemini season is going to be quite busy. It's going to be quicker because it's mutable air. So compared to Taurus, it's like a total different vibe change. Gemini season, time to get busy and maybe a little bit overwhelmed, depending on how you use the energy. Like I always say, energy goes both ways. So Gemini is playful, lighthearted, curious, chatty, eager to know and learn, and always up for trying, learning new things and everything. So this is a season where you don't want to take things too serious, because Gemini season, you might feel like, oh, you want a little bit of this, a little bit of that, try this out, taste that out, but you might not wanting to really sink into just one thing, right? There's a lot of energies moving around, so this can be a really good time to try out different things, right? It's also a mutable air sign that's chatty, it's playful. During this Gemini season, you might feel a bit more outgoing than usual. You might be out socialing, catching up with friends, joining maybe gatherings, or maybe attending workshops, little courses here and there, doing like a day retreat, or signing up for a workshop. And just a shout out, I do have a full moon in-person event if you're in Hong Kong, or a Gemini workshop that I will announce later when we get closer to another transit that I want to talk about. But it's a Zoom astrology workshop, so anyone can join around the world. I would love to connect with you, especially people that are outside Hong Kong that listen to this channel as well. Thank you so much. Back in Gemini season, see, I'm already so in and out and scattering already. So yes, during Gemini season, you might find your energy just scatter around, right? You might have a hard time to keep up with just one thing, right? You might want more stimulation, or on the other side of the spectrum, you might feel a little overwhelmed because there's too much stimulation. So definitely be mindful with the energy, right? Use it maybe in bite-sized pieces, like I always want to say. Gemini season might also want to stir the pot a little bit sometimes, right? In a good way, stirring it. Maybe this is really, like I said, break up the routines, right? Allow us to try new things, to learn something new, to be curious, to see more, learn more, know more. We might also find that there's more news going on, circulating. Maybe there's some drama and gossip going around. And with what is happening around the world, I'm sure that we are going to have a lot of different maybe news, headlines, and so on and so forth. So on one hand, maybe it is to keep us entertaining, but also on the other hand, there might be a lot of he said, she said. You might need to also sift out what's real, what's not real, who's really speaking the truth, who's just stirring up drama, and so on and so forth as well. So be mindful with what you are consuming, right? As in the news, the article, post, or whatever you are consuming, right? Information wise. And Gemini talks about the way we process information, communicate with each other, and how we relate to each other. It's also the sign of duality, right? So like I said, there's always more than one side. There's always more than one perspective to everything. So this is the time where we need to be careful, be mindful, be discerning about the information that we are processing, that we are ingesting into our system as well. Gemini relates to learning as well. So during this Gemini season, you might, like I said, want to pick up a new hobby or new book, learn something new, and so on and so forth. And this is a great thing to try something new. Or maybe this is you chatting up with friends, brainstorming, bouncing off ideas of each other. And this can be a time where you want to start many things, right? You might start a few books and then listen to this podcast or start this Netflix show series and end up not getting anything done because you open up too many channels or having too many things going on and you don't have enough lid to cover them. So also be discerning with the energy. Make sure you're not overcommitting yourself, you're not reactive, you are responsive, right? Take things slow, try to use the way that can help you stay grounded, right? Because this energy can sometimes very stimulating in a good way, to allow you to try new things. But also for some people, like I said, we all work with the energies differently. Some people might find it very overwhelming, overstimulating, and it can create anxiety and restlessness, right? So during this time, also depending on how it is showing up in your life, in your natal chart, you can either use it to really kick up some new things and, like I said, so on and so forth, but it can also be very overwhelming. So maybe this is the time where you want to do little things, get little things done, have short-term goals, and try not to overcommit and overwhelm yourself as well. So the sun is going to stay in Gemini until June 21st. And 2 days later, on the 23rd, we'll have the full moon in Sagittarius, which is very activating and powerful in a very Jupiterian way, which I'll do a separate video to talk about it as well. I'll post it up in the next day or so. And then right after the full moon in Sagittarius on 24th, 4:30 a.m. Hong Kong time, or on the 23rd, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, Venus will enter Gemini just hours after our full moon. So you might definitely be feeling this energy during the full moon as well. So Venus is leaving one of its home sign, comfort, Taurus, and going into Gemini. Very different energy, like I said, from a fixed sign to a mutable sign. So time to loosen up a little bit, to get a little bit not so serious and just enjoy the time and be playful with this Venus in Gemini season. Advice of this transit is to keep your schedule flexible, right? This is also to the whole Gemini season as well. Leave room in between if you can. Don't overpack your schedule, because chances are there might be times where you will have last minute things happening, right? either you or the other people will cancel on you last minute. Oh, something came up, I just have to cancel, I can't come anymore, I don't want to commit to this workshop anymore, right? Or you want to commit last minute. Oh, let's sign up for this thing. Oh, let's try out this new place, and so on and so forth. So watch out, because chances are you might need to be a bit more flexible during this transit. In Gemini is playful, is curious, is lighthearted, is chatty, is just want to have a good time. Let's mingle and see what happens, right? So during this transit, if you're single, ready to mingle, this is a great season to put yourself out there, to create new connection, to date around, but maybe not so serious. Maybe not just to tie down with anyone just yet. Maybe this is the season where you're testing the water. You are dating around to see what it is that you want, to find someone that truly resonates with your energy. And this might not be the first person that you talk to. This might be a time where you want to talk to different people to see what are the vibes, right? To see who you can relate more. And this can goes hand in hand with friendship, right? This might be a time where, because you're out and about, you're going different gatherings or workshop or whatnot, this might be a time where you have new friends, but it might not be like super deep or just yet. This might be a time where you're like, hi, bye, have a little chit chat at the gathering, and then that's it, right? But you have a lot of stimulating conversation, right? And if you are already in a relationship, maybe this is a transit where you try things differently, where you switch up your schedule, switch up your things. Instead of Friday date night, it can be a Monday date night, right? Instead of a usual day every week, on that day you guys will have a night in watching Netflix and take out. Instead, you're gonna switch things up. Maybe you're gonna venture out and try out this new and upcoming restaurant that's like just come up, right? Just throwing out ideas out there, but this can be that kind of vibe as well, right? And maybe this is you embracing that Gemini energy and just go on a trip spontaneously, right? So embrace that energy, and but also beware, don't double book yourself, because chances are you are like, oh, let's go out on a date tonight. Oh wait, I actually have plans already. So that might happen, beware. And the energy will show up in all the Venusian things during Venus in Gemini. Like I said, in all kinds of relationships, money matters too. This is where you might want to switch up your personal finance, have a look about it. Maybe talk to a new financial advisor, or maybe talk to one if you never have one, or so on and so forth, right? So other Venusian stuff can be changing up a new hairstyle, embracing a new color, or a new length or volume, right? So on and so forth. Maybe this is you changing up your style or your skincare routine, makeup routine, try on a new color, or so on and so forth. You want to be experimenting new things as well. Pick up a new hobby, try a new type of cuisine, and so on and so forth. So it's a transit where you're more open to try new things, to learn about new things, to maybe have a different types of friends that you hang out with. Who knows, right? Anything is possible. And Venus will stay in Gemini until June 17. On the same day, on 24th, we also have the last and final aspect of Jupiter and Taurus. Right before Jupiter entered the next sign, Jupiter will have a sextile with Neptune in Pisces at the anaretic degree, the last degree in Taurus, to wrap up its journey. Oh, a little bittersweet moment talking about it. So this aspect is dreamy, is supportive, is helpful in some ways because it's a sextile. It's a final aspect Jupiter in Taurus going to make. and Jupiter will not come back in Taurus in the next 12 years. So this week before 25th, I invite you to just take a moment to feel the energy, to see how you feel. Jupiter in Taurus is all about our sensual embodiment and the way we embody our sensual experience in life as well. So savor this last final few days with Jupiter in Taurus and maybe reflect on how far you have come, what had happened, what didn't happen during this Jupiter in Taurus transit. And this sextile with Neptune is allowing you to see how far you have come, what's more to come. And this might be a day where you feel like maybe nothing much has been happening during the transit, or you don't feel like you have maybe accomplished a lot of things, but this might be the day where you look back, you're like, actually I can see how something is being manifest in the material world for me. Taurus, talk about all of the sensual embodiment and the physical material stuff in the world. Maybe this is the day where you're finally seeing the seed that you plant starting to sprout, growing. Maybe you see progress if it's growing already, or maybe it didn't grow at all, but it's totally fine because you see how it can be possible for you. That Neptune in Pisces is all about embracing that dream, knowing that it can be manifest into reality when we remain trust and faith and believe in it, right? And we know that by taking solid, steady, inspired action, we too can grow those seeds and let it sprout, right? It's never too late. You're always right on time. Neptune in Pisces with the sextile at the last final degree in Taurus also might be telling you that maybe there is something that you need to know, that you need to make space for in order to call and to manifest this dream into reality. What is some kind of belief system, pattern, behaviors, habits, limiting beliefs, or maybe this is something that has to do with the physical world that you need to let go, release, to change and shift in order to bring that dream into the physical world as well. Maybe this is the day you finally have that aha moment before Jupiter continuous journey into the next sign as well. And lastly, on the 25th, we have Venus that just entered Gemini, having a trine with Pluto that is retrograding in Aquarius. So having this two air sign, Aquarius and Gemini, sharing a trine is really nice. So this can be, since we're talking about Pluto and Venus, so this can be a day where you have some deep heart-to-heart conversation, right? Because Pluto wants to go deep, not service level conversation. And with Venus, this can be conversation about a relationship, right? Romantic, friendship, family dynamic, or work, right? Some one-on-one conversation about a relationship. Or Venus, it can be about money matters, right? Have a deep, heartful, soulful, serious, or informative conversation, because Pluto digs deep, wants to investigate, right? So this might be a day for that. Or this can be a day where it's really good if you are doing some kind of research, because it's two air trine having a trine. So this is very helpful, supportive. Maybe this is a day where you dive deep into some kind of research investigation. And since Pluto is retrograding, perhaps maybe this is somebody from the past wanting to have a conversation with you, to reconcile, to make amends, or to make peace and part ways. Whatever thing is possible depending on your own human story. So this is that kind of energy on that day. So see what comes up for you. For some, maybe this is very internal as well. It's a lot of mental energy, right? This is maybe some kind of deep revelation, aha moment for some of you as well. And lastly, on 26th or 25th, depending on where you are in the world, Jupiter is going to enter the next sign, Gemini, and it's going to bring in new energies and themes for us to work with in the next 12 months. And if you would like to learn more about it and also have a chart reading to see where is this Jupiter in Gemini showing up in your own natal chart, join me at my astrology Zoom workshop that I am hosting next Friday, Hong Kong time. So it's May 24th at night, 9 to 10:30 p.m. Hong Kong time, or it can be Friday morning, 9 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So adjust the time according to where you are in the world. I'm going to post on the community page as well, so check it out. If you're interested to join, just shoot me an email. Okay, the information are going to be in the post, so watch out for it. I'm going to post it. You probably can see it already, but yeah, if you're interested to join, please do sign up. And if you happens to be a mother, I am offering a 15% off for all my offerings in the month of May to celebrate all the amazing mothers. Okay, so to wrap up this video, let's take a look at the universe message for all of us. So from the tarot card, we have 8 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and King of Wands. So yes, the energy is definitely going to shift once we enter Gemini season, right? The energy is going to pick up. You might feel like everything is going a little bit quicker than you want it to be, right? Or you might feel like your mental energy is getting more stimulated. Maybe things around you, right? And so on and so forth. So just remember to stay grounded. Use whatever tools you have up on your sleeve to help you to stay grounded, because you might feel like the energy is too fast for you, or for some of you, right? Some people love it and they thrive on this stimulating energy, but it can be overwhelming for some of us. So definitely there's this energy of push and pull sometimes, so be mindful of it. And if you feel like things have been stalling, not really happening, perhaps during this Gemini season this week, when that energy kicks in, you might see things starting to pick up for you, right? Things that you have been waiting might become quicker. You might feel like there's a fresh energy coming in to activate something in your life in an area, or just in you general, right? You might feel like you have more energy. For some of us, right? You feel like you have more energy to move around, to take action, to do things, to get things going, right? And just be mindful not to overwhelm yourself. And for some, maybe this is the change in energy, because again, like I said, we do have major transit happening. We also have full moon, we have Jupiter changing sign, Venus changing sign, Sun changing sign. So it's a lot, and maybe perhaps all this energy is creating some changes in your life as well. So be mindful and see what that might be for you. Think it through, right? If anything happens, you feel like, oh, it's too fast, just remember to take a breath, slow down, allow yourself to think it through before you over committing yourself. Speaking about think it through, look at the moonology card. We have the new moon in Gemini, which we will have in the first week of June. Think it through, okay? And then we have the new moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. Interesting that we have the air trine between Venus in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius this week as well, and this 2 cards shows up. So maybe perhaps this is the message for some of you, is that maybe this Pluto is going to dig up something for you. So stay open. Like I said, one of the major advice during this transit, during Gemini season, is be open to changes, right? Because the energy are moving. We have a lot of energy moving through, especially this week as well. And also because of the energy that is very quick, that mutable air sign, to always allow the time and space for yourself to think it through if it's possible, right? And lastly, We are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. This is the message from Taurus, right? So whenever you find Gemini season's energy is a little bit too much, overstimulating, overwhelming, giving you a headache, restless night, and anxiety, this is a reminder to close your eyes, take a deep breath, stay grounded, call your energy back into your body, right? Connect with the nature when things get overwhelmed, to take a break, to slow down, right? We're out of Taurus season, but doesn't mean we cannot call in that energy whenever we need it, right? So take care of yourself. Be mindful with the energy, and I'm wishing you all a great week ahead. Again, if you want to sign up for that workshop, email me. If you want a private consultation, also email me. All the information in the description box below. Wishing you all a great week ahead, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!